Imagine a cruise missile that doesn't cost $2 million, but $20,000. Imagine a strike platform that doesn't require a billion-dollar stealth bomber to deliver it, but can be launched from the back of a generic civilian flatbed truck. Not in theory, not on paper, in the skies over Ukraine and the shipping lanes of the Middle East right now. This isn't about high-end performance. It's about making sophisticated air defenses economically irrelevant. When a $20,000 drone forces an adversary to fire a $4 million interceptor, the traditional concept of air superiority stops mattering, and a new paradigm of industrial-scale attrition becomes inevitable. This is the HESA Shahed-136, colloquially known as the Iran-2, the defining asymmetric threat of the 2020s, and the reason the US military is frantically reverse engineering its own clones. The Shahed-136 is a cropped delta-wing beast that carries a 50-kilogram warhead across a staggering 2,500 kilometers. That's not an incremental improvement over previous tactical drones. That's a complete reimagining of long-range strike. What makes this poor man's cruise missile so lethal is that it combines commercial-grade electronics with a simplified aeronautical design in a package so cheap that adversaries face an impossible problem. They are literally running out of expensive missiles trying to swat down cheap lawnmowers. This is the Shahed-136, a platform where good enough isn't a compromise, it's the entire point. Because in modern asymmetric combat, the cost-exchange ratio determines who wins the long game. When a Russian Iran-2 costs 100 times less than the Patriot missile sent to stop it, the mathematics of warfare shifts so dramatically that traditional technological advantages become a strategic liability. The foundation is Strategic Operation to Destroy Critical Infrastructure, or SODCIT. It's a concept most people never think about, but one that determines national survival in a total war scenario. Current cruise missiles like the Tomahawk can hit a fly from 1,000 miles away, but they cost millions per shot. Russia's KH-101 and China's CJ-10 are impressive, but they can't be produced by the thousands every month. Those numbers sound adequate until you consider a saturation environment, where a defender faces 100 incoming threats simultaneously. When an adversary launches waves of 50 drones at a single power plant, the mathematics of the intercept shifts so heavily in favor of the attacker that traditional quality over quantity doctrine becomes a suicide pact. Let me show you why a lawnmower engine is a strategic masterstroke, and how this system solves the problem of magazine depth that the Department of Defense didn't even publicly admit was a crisis until very recently. Current air defense systems are designed to handle a few high-value targets. A Patriot battery can track and engage multiple threats, but it has a finite number of interceptors on the rails. Imagine a scenario where a single battery is targeted by a swarm of 40 Shahed-136s. The system works as intended, achieving a 90% intercept rate. It knocks down 36 drones. But now, the battery is Winchester. It's out of ammo. The remaining 4 drones, costing a total of $80,000, sail through to destroy the radar and the launchers, which cost billions. The defender is left with an impossible choice. Use their last premium interceptors on cheap decoys, or save them for real missiles and let the drones level the city's power grid. The Spectre-Works Lucas and the Shahed-136 solve this by flipping the script, providing a way to achieve mass without modifications to existing infrastructure. At approximately 11 feet long and 440 pounds, the Shahed-136 is roughly 1/5 the size and weight of a traditional cruise missile. On a single mobile launcher disguised as a commercial truck, you can pack 5 of these units. On a larger specialized rail system, you can launch dozens. Think about what that means tactically. Currently, a strike mission requires a coordinated effort of manned aircraft or multi-million-dollar VLS cells. With the Iran-2, a single warehouse in the Alabuga Special Economic Zone carries the equivalent of a National Air Force's entire strike capacity. We've seen a configuration cascade that should terrify planners. A baseline Shahed carries a 50-kilogram warhead. With Russian integration of the Kometa-M system, it maintains accuracy under heavy jamming. But the maximum configuration is where things get wild. We are now seeing mothership Shaheds carrying 2 FPV drones on factory mounts, and even units fitted with rear-facing R-60 air-to-air missiles to shoot down the very helicopters trying to intercept them. That's not a loitering munition anymore. That's a persistent aerial predator that can engage an entire defensive line without a single human pilot in danger. It fundamentally changes how deep strikes unfold, because adversaries can no longer predict loadouts based on what they see on a satellite image. One truck doesn't represent 5 targets. It represents a saturation event. But raw mass is meaningless if the cheaper system sacrifices performance. And this is where the engineering of the Shahed-136 becomes genuinely revolutionary. It doesn't trade capability for cost. It uses cost as a capability. HESA states it combines the range of a cruise missile with the simplicity of a moped. That's not marketing. That's an engineering achievement that compresses 2,500 kilometers of reach into a fiberglass shell. The propulsion system is the Mado MD-550, a reverse-engineered version of a German Limbach piston engine. It only produces 50 horsepower, but it creates a distinct Lawnmower acoustic signature that masks a brilliant tactical advantage. It has almost no thermal footprint. If a baseline jet engine glows like a sun on an infrared seeker, the MD-550 is a candle. This makes it incredibly difficult for heat-seeking manpads to lock on. The engineering breakthrough here is extracting maximum range from a low-energy density fuel system, likely using optimized burn profiles that keep the drone at a steady 185 kilometers per hour for over 10 hours. The system gains its resiliency through a guidance suite that is surprisingly hard to kill. The Kometa-M satellite navigation module uses a 4-element adaptive antenna array. In plain language, it stares at the sky and ignores any signal coming from the ground, effectively filtering out electronic warfare jamming. Traditional GPS-guided weapons without this array are easily spoofed, leading to guided missiles hitting empty fields. The terminal guidance is where the NVIDIA Jetson AI modules come in. Recovered units have shown these edge computing processors running automatic target recognition software. This allows the drone to identify specific objects, like the cooling fins of an electrical transformer, during its final dive. It doesn't need a real-time operator link. It sees the target, recognizes it, and kills it. All of this is integrated into a nose section that weighs a fraction of legacy seekers, while providing superior autonomous performance. The result is an all-weather, day and night capability that maintains lethality through countermeasures that would defeat older, more expensive weapons. Cost is the final advantage, and it is the most strategically important. A Shahed-136 costs between $20,000 and $50,000. That is less than 3% of the cost of a single Tomahawk. JSC Alabuga has eliminated the overhead of traditional aerospace manufacturing by using Alabuga start recruitment and North Korean labor. Literally 25,000 workers earning $2.50 an hour to sustain 12-hour shifts. Parts that previously required weeks of precision machining are now produced in hours using simplified industrial molds and commercial off-the-shelf electronics from companies like Texas Instruments and Analog Devices. Stockpile mathematics favor the mass producer. The US fired thousands of precision weapons during the opening stages of previous conflicts. Against a peer adversary like China, those stockpiles could be gone in a week. If the SpectreWorks Lucas, the American Shahed clone, costs $35,000, the military can procure 100 drones for the price of one traditional missile. Either way, affordability multiplies combat power by ensuring that the military doesn't run out of shots before the enemy runs out of targets. But here's the strategic implication adversaries are scrambling to counter. The Shahed doesn't just destroy a target, it destroys the defender's economy. Currently, neutralizing a Shahed requires a high-end interceptor or a manual gun team. With the new 2026 production goals of 5,000 units per month, the attrition calculus for defenders like Ukraine or Taiwan collapses. No nation on Earth can sustain a conflict where they spend $2 million to stop a $20,000 threat 5,000 times a month. The Alabuga facility unveiled its plans for this massive scaling in early 2023, and by June 2025, they were already producing 2,700 units monthly. This is strategic. By bypassing Western sanctions through Chinese shell companies like Zhuhong Aviation Technology, Russia has maintained a supply chain that provides 80% of its critical electronics. The crew of at least one Ukrainian mobile air defense unit was forced to resort to heavy machine guns after depleting their manpad stockpile during the January 2024 attacks on Nikopol. That incident underscored the problem. Modern platforms face threats in quantities their magazines weren't designed to handle. The Shahed-136 addresses this directly. Instead of developing entirely new, billion-dollar air defense platforms, the adversary Entente is simply multiplying existing capacity by saturating the sky. The Russian, Iranian, and North Korean partners all benefit from this shared industrial node at Alabuga, making their combined investments far more capable at a lower cost than the Western systems sent to counter them. The name Shahed means witness or martyr, and it reveals the weapon's nature. It is a one-way effector, designed to be simple, expendable, and absolutely relentless in its pursuit of a target. It doesn't rely on stealth, it relies on numbers. It doesn't rely on speed, it relies on endurance. The engineering philosophy proves that sophistication isn't the only path to victory. Precision doesn't have to come from a $100,000 seeker. It can come from a $500 AI module and a cell phone modem. The most significant strike system ever built by the Russo-Iranian partnership isn't a compromise forced by sanctions. It's a deliberate, strategic choice to overwhelm, exhaust, and fundamentally alter the mathematics of territorial defense. When adversaries plan operations against American allies, they calculate based on the assumption that they can outproduce the defense. The Shahed-136 makes those calculations a reality. And by the time the West fully adjusts its doctrine to include layered, low-cost defenses like the Vampire or the Lucas, the AK-47 of the skies will have already redefined the cost of sovereignty. Simplicity isn't a weakness, it's a weapon. And 60,000 drones a year is a threat that no current defensive architecture is prepared to handle. This is DIB Dispatch, where billion-dollar projects meet battlefield reality.